Hello students, welcome to the online session. I hope you all are prepared for the test. I wish you all good luck for the test. In this video, we are going to revise chapter 4, that is sorting materials into groups. Okay, let's start. Revision of class 6 science chapter 4, sorting materials into groups. To understand the chapter, it is very important to know that what are objects and what are materials and how they are different from one another. An object is a thing that is made of one or more material. For example, chalk, books, toys, cooking utensils, window, etc. Anything that is used to make object are called materials. Wood, plastic, metal, paper, mud or soil are all examples of materials. And all these objects are formed from different materials. While classifying them, we have to consider few things. These are: a single object can be formed of single material. For example, balloon is made of rubber. A toy is made of plastic. A towel is made of cotton. However, a single object can also be formed from different materials. For example, a bicycle is made up of rubber, metal, and plastic. A utensil is made of metal with the handle of wood or plastic. A spectacle is made of plastic and glass. So now we know that an object could be made up of only one material or it could be made up of many materials. Let's take some more example. Here we have a chair that is made up of only one material. On the other side, we have a pencil that is made up of many materials, that is rubber, metal, wood and graphite. Here, the pencil is an object and rubber, metal, wood and graphite are the materials. So, these are the properties of materials. Appearance of the material, hardness of the material, solubility of the material in water, whether the substance floats or sinks in water, and the transparency of the material. Appearance is basically how a material looks. Based on the appearance, the materials are classified as lustrous or non-lustrous, that is shiny or dull. If a material appears shiny, then we say that it has a property called luster. Usually, metals have luster. Iron, copper, aluminium and gold are examples of metals. Some metals often lose their shine and appear dull because of the action of air and moisture on them. If we talk about wood or plastic, they look dull or non-shiny. Some materials have no luster or they are dull in appearance. Paper, cardboard, wood, chalk, cotton, plastic and rubber are non-lustrous materials. In appearance, materials can have different properties. Materials can be rough or smooth. Some objects appear smooth. The surface of flower petals, the surface of glass appear smooth. Some objects appear rough. The surface of tree bark and the surface of sandpaper appear rough. The roughness is due to irregularities on the surface of the object. The next property is hardness. When you press different materials with your hands, some of them may be hard to compress while others can be easily compressed. With the term hardness, we mean that the material does not allow to change its shape. The material does not allow anything to go into it or scratch over it. It does not break easily. Such materials are called hard materials. If a material changes its shapes, if a material allows scratching over it, or if a material breaks easily, then such materials are called soft materials. Now we will study a very important property, that is solubility of material in water. First we will see solubility of solid materials in water. If you add some sugar in water, you will find that it completely disappears in water, forming sugar solution. The substances which completely disappear or dissolve in water are called soluble substances. Sugar and salt are examples of soluble substances. The substances which do not dissolve in water are called insoluble substances. For example, if we take some sand in water, you will find that it does not dissolve in water even if we stir it for a long time. Sand, sawdust, chalk powder are examples of insoluble substances. Water plays an important role in the functioning of our body because it can dissolve a large number of substances. Do liquids also dissolve in water? Let us find out. So, now we will see solubility of liquids in water. If we take some lemon juice and add in water, you will find that it gets completely dissolved in water. Liquids that can be dissolved in water are said to be miscible in water. For example, lemon juice, milk, vinegar are all examples of miscible substances. Liquids that cannot be dissolved in water are said to be immiscible in water. For example, if we take some oil in water, you will find that it does not dissolve in water but forms a separate layer when kept aside for some time. Mustard oil, coconut oil, kerosene are all immiscible in water. Solubility of gases in water. Some gases are soluble in water whereas others are not. Water usually has small quantities of some gases dissolved in it. For example, oxygen gas dissolved in water is very important for the survival of animals and plants that live in water. You must have observed that when you put a plastic bottle or a rubber ball or a paper boat in water, they generally float in the water. When leaves from a tree fall on the pond water, they float. Whereas if you put sand, stone, coins, etc. in water, they will generally sink in the water. That means some substances float on water while others sink right to the bottom. A paper boat, thin twigs, etc. are light in weight, therefore they float on water. Pieces of stone, heavy bricks, metals, etc. sink in water. The idea is objects which are heavier than water sink, whereas objects which are lighter than water float on water. So, the last property which we will study is transparency. Based on transparency, the materials are classified into transparent, opaque and translucent. We will see each one of them in detail. Those substances or materials through which things can be seen are called transparent materials. Glass, water, air and some plastics are examples of transparent materials. There are some materials through which we are not able to see. These materials are called opaque materials. Wood, cardboard and metals are examples of opaque materials. We cannot tell what is kept in a closed wooden box, a cardboard carton or a metal container. Whereas the materials through which objects can be seen but not clearly are known as translucent materials. Oily patch on paper, trace paper, etc. are examples of translucent materials. Thank you for watching the video.